Hi, welcome to Divine Mock Test YouTube channel. We are here at the Barrie drive test location, and we are here to bring you or to show you around their G route at Barrie. They have multiple routes, so I will be taking you today on their route A, and then later route B. Make sure you watch both videos and be well informed as you prepare to come to Barrie for your G test. So make sure you show up with a car that is in good condition. Make sure your signals, your brake light, your windshield, there is no cracks in the windshield, and the brake lights and the indicators are all in good condition. They should be working properly. And make sure your wheels are also good, and then show up at least 30 minutes prior to your test. And also, very importantly, make sure you have at least a quarter tank of gas in your car. Now, after you sign in, the examiner shows up and they conduct what they call cycle check on the car. Make sure everything is okay before they come in the car. And once they are satisfied with the brake lights, the indicators, and your horn, and there's nothing wrong with your windshield, they will come in and read the rules to you for you to sign. And after signage, if you don't have any question, they will ask you to turn right. So make sure you look around, perform your 360 observation, engage your drive, signal, take another look around before you roll out, and watch out for pedestrians. Over here, they're going to ask you to turn right. So yield right of way, and if no car is coming, you turn right onto the road. And they are going to be telling you to turn left onto Barrie Drive. Also, it's a yielding, no stop sign. So look around, check right, left, right again before you merge the road. So on Barrie, the speed limit is 50. The speed limit is 50 on Barrie. And make sure in the course of the test, you check your mirrors every 5 to 9 seconds. They're going to ask you to turn right at the traffic light. Make sure you check your blind spot and change to the right turn lane. And it is red. Come to a complete stop. Look around and proceed. Remember, come to a complete stop, not a rolling stop. They're going to ask you again on this road to turn, change lane to the right. Once you change, you cancel. And this is Maple View Road. It is 60. The speed limit here is 60. So scan through the intersections as you drive through. It is green. So I pick up my speed, and they're going to ask you to turn right at the traffic light onto the speeding ramp for Highway 400 southbound Toronto. And make sure whenever you stop behind any car, you can see the ground beneath the back wheels. And importantly, make sure you have both hands on the steering wheel all the time. Scan through each and every intersection you go through. Now, this is the speeding ramp. I call it the runway. This is where you gather speed to fly. Highway 400 is 100. The speed limit is 100. So make sure you pick up your speed if there is no traffic to merge. Now I signal and increasing my speed. The guy in front of me is very slow, so I merge with 80, which is okay because the guy was too slow. So they're gonna ask you to change multiple lanes. I signal, check blind spot, and change accordingly. And they're gonna ask you to change back to right again when safe. So again, I signal, perform my MSB, mirror signal, blind spot, and I change. And once you settle in, make sure you check your mirrors every 5 to 9 seconds. And make sure you maintain your speed. So it is still 100. Make sure you are on 100. Make sure every 5 to 9 seconds you check your mirror. So right after this hill, they're gonna ask you to exit right. Signal in advance. Check your blind spot in advance. And with the same 100, you exit. Do not slow down on the highway. Exit first onto the deceleration ramp and slow down. And at the traffic light coming up, they're gonna ask you to turn left. So we are turning left onto Alcona Drive. It is green, so I look through the intersection and I turn left. And again, they're gonna ask you to exit right onto 400, Highway 400, going back to Barrie. And it is green, and I look around, scan through the intersection, and go. And this is the speeding ramp. I'm going back on the highway. So I pick up my speed quickly because the distance is very short. Pick it up, I have my 100. I check my blind spot and merge. And they're gonna ask you to change lane multiple times. So I'm changing to the left after MSB. And then I am changing back to the right when safe. And I scan through my mirrors, check my blind spots, and change lane safely. Once you settle on the highway, once you settle down on the highway, make sure you keep checking your mirrors every 5 to 9 seconds. Keep your eye on the speedometer as well. And make sure you're following your following speed, your following distance is between 2 to 3 seconds interval. And they're gonna ask you to exit right. So signal in advance. And we're exiting right to Maple View Drive. And they're gonna ask you to change lane to left. Let me change to the right and still making left. It is green. Make sure you scan through the intersection, left, right, left, as you make your left turn. And you change lane into the center lane, and by default, quickly change lane to the right. By default means you don't wait for the examiner to tell you. Anytime you make a left turn, change to the right. And I'm turning right at the traffic light here. Barrie View Drive. Red light, come to a complete stop and proceed cautiously. Turn right to right, and they're gonna ask you to change lane to the left. And the speed limit here is 50. And then at the staple sign, they're gonna ask you to turn left. So change lane to the center lane. And then change lane when safe. Turn right, left when safe. So I turn left. And this road is Kaplan Avenue. The speed on Kaplan Avenue is 50. Do not go too close to the cars in front of you. Make sure in a stop position you can always see the road beneath their back wheels. And in motion, depending on the speed, you leave a distance of 2 to 3 seconds. And Kaplan takes you all the way to Veterans Drive. And on Veterans Drive, they're going to ask you to turn left. So at the light, we are turning left onto Veterans. Signal, check your blind spot. And stop at the line. So this is Veterans Drive. It is green. I turn left to left, and then by default, after picking up my speed, I change lane to right, and the speed on Veterans is 60. So they're going to ask you to change lane back to left. Signal again, check your blind spot, and change lane to the right, to the left. And we turn in left at the light. So look around, make sure it is safe, and turn left to left. Speed up and change multiple lanes all the way to the third lane. So 2, I check my blind spot again, and 3. So whenever you make a left, and the lanes are multiple, even if there are 10 lanes, you change all the way to the last lane. And all by yourself. You don't wait for the examiner to tell you. And at the next light, we are turning right onto Barrie's Drive. So I signal in advance. And mind you, you can make a right in a red after coming to a complete stop. No rolling stops, a complete stop. So I scan through the intersection, turn right to right, and the lane on the right is ending. Quickly pick up your speed and change lane to left after checking blind spot. And we are on Barrie's Drive. The speed limit is 50. They're going to ask you to turn right. and then turn left, and then they're gonna ask you to head into one of the parking spots. So head in. That is it for Route A, and I will recommend you watch both Route A and B before you show up for your G test at the Barrie drive test location. I wish you all the best. If you like my presentation, subscribe, like, and comment at the comment section. If you need any help, you can contact us at 647-289-6514. Thank you.